Now, if you want images on the drop downs as well, you can do exactly the same thing. Just add this thing here. Let's see here. You can do exactly the same thing here. Just copy this image thingy over here and go to where the children in the drop down are and where you put the title, and you can just enforce that here as well. So I can drop this down like so, move this here like so, and paste this here like that. Okay, but just remember to change this to child instead of link. So all references to link here must be changed to child. So let's do child over here like that. You can do the same thing for the mega menu down here and the grandchildren as well. So it's entirely up to you how far you want to go with this. You can put one image on the headers if you want that as well. So let's test all of that and see how well it would work. And you can remove what you don't need if it doesn't work as you need it to work. So let me just change that. This one is still child, so that's fine. And let's do the same for the grandchild over here like this. Let's drop that down and drop this down and drop that down and this down as well, and tab those into the right space like that. Okay, very cool, but don't forget to change that to grandchild. So child here, paste. Okay, very cool. So with that, we can have images everywhere. So let me go to the drop downs here. We don't see images here at all. Okay, so that's one thing. Again, this one seems to have a high index here. So we are seeing that through the menu, and that's not cool. But we'll fix that in a minute. So on the child 2, 3, where's the mega menu? So let's add images all over the place. So I'm gonna go to menu here. That way we can see which of these. Let's try this child here. Click. Let's add that item here and save. Go back to this, refresh, and let's see if we got an image, and there it is. Okay, so we can put images here. You can change if you don't want them rounded, as you please. In the mega menu as well, let's try the kids of the mega menu. Let's go back here. Okay, so let's try one that drop down child. No, that's fine. Let's try one that has a parent as a mega child like this one. So let me go edit. Let's click here. Let me just get any random image and let's hit save and let's refresh. As you can see, there's now an image over there. So same thing will happen if we put an image on the one of these grandchildren. Let me go back here a second. Let's look for a grandchild like this one, and let's click and add an image as well. Let me see what I can add. Okay, something like this, and save. Back here, refresh, and oh, can barely see that guy over here. Should have added it on grandchild A here. Also, a few cosmetic things we should change here. For example, the first thing, we have this item over here. I want it on the top here because it's the only item, right? I want it right at the top here. Also, let's change the Z index of this thing to make sure that it's in the right place. So if I now go and inspect this guy, I want to know what classes are being used over here. Let me move my thing and dock it to the bottom. That way I can see what's going on. So this mega structure, it has an ID of, let's see here, where is this? What ID does this have? Yeah, there it is. So the mega box. So that's the class that we should target for this thing. So I want to change it so that the Z index is higher than whatever the Z index is for this guy here. So what I'll do is, let's go back to our menu. Let's look for a class for mega box. And let's do mega dash box. Okay, so mega box visibility visible. Let's see where we have a position. It says position absolute here. Okay, that's fine. But then let's add a Z index. So say Z index. Let's try 10. Let's start low and then we can go higher. Okay, so 10 worked. That's fine. Very cool. So now there it is. But I want these guys to go up here, right? So what do I do for that to work? Let me inspect this. The only problem is when you try to inspect, it disappears. So you could change, let's go mega box here, right? And there's position, there's visibility, it says hidden, right? So if I remove that, opacity 0, yeah, so now at least I can see it. Temporal, that may be. But I want these guys to move up here. So I want to see which one of these classes, or which one of these, yeah, the classes actually make that happen. So I want to select what's inside here in the row. Okay, so there we go. The row right here could be the key. And then there's a header. Oh, okay, so the header is taking up all the space here. Let's see on the other side what's going on. If I select this row, there's a header. Okay, so the header is the one that's actually pushing things down like so. So let's fix the header. What does it have that should be removed? Is it flex shrink? Let's see, width 100%, margin top, padding. Now, none of these seem to be doing the trick whatsoever. So what could it be? Okay, so it inherits some CSS styles. So probably one of the inherited styles is the problem. It seems to have flex shrink here, which means it probably has display flex. Let me see if we can get rid of that. Let's try the UL itself here. What is this? Okay, it's like that. Can it move up? Oh, wait a minute. I think there's inside the row here, there's a flexing going on here. Display flex. Okay, if I remove that, oh, there we go. Problem solved. Very cool. Okay, so on the row we remove display flex. So let's do that. So where is the row? Row class here. Why am I searching when I'm doing this manual search when I can just type in there? So there's dot row here. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for one that has display in it, so I can remove it. Display flex. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so it seems the display flex is inherited. Okay, so let's look for one where it's talking about just the row itself, which is that one there, but let me just be sure there's no other, even this one, content, especially in the mega box, actually, mega box content row. So here I'll just say display block, like this. Okay, so let's see if that solves the problem. Let me come here. It doesn't. Okay, So it means there's another version of this that's more powerful. Okay, so sometimes when this happens, okay, wait a minute. Before I go any further, what we can do is put the word important at the beginning. Wait, where is this? I'm getting very confused here. Okay, so we can put important here at the end to make it override anything else. So let me refresh. No, it doesn't work at all. So row here has display flex, still active, very much. And this is inside. Okay, so this row is inside content. Okay, so maybe that's my bad. Yeah, and that's the one we have here. So what is going on? It's not overriding this guy here. What is going on? Class row. Interesting. Good. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just remove this and mega box content row, mega links. Okay, what we'll do is let's just go directly to it. So let's find row inside the mega box. So mega is here and there's row right here. So we just put this style directly over there. Here we don't have to put important since it will take precedence there. Oh, I bet we do. So let me undo that and let's try this out. That doesn't work either. What in the world is going on? Okay, back to content box. Let's remove opacity and visibility. I want to make sure I am grabbing the right content. Right. Okay. Wait a minute. There's this row. There's this row. Display flex. What is going on here? Let me see here. Do I have... Okay, so that's the row below header. Okay, so this is for the grandkids. Right. So I was doing the wrong thing. It should be for the... Should it? Anyway, this is the wrong place. So let me cut this. This is for the grandkids here. So where are we doing grandkids? We are doing them right here. Actually, it's this row here. So let me paste there. The one just above the header. And maybe I don't need important there now. Alright, so let's refresh. And there we go. So it's done. Very cool. Probably you shouldn't be adding images here, and if you add an image on one, you should probably add on all of them. So grandchild C, actually we don't even have a way to remove images there, right? How do we remove an image if we don't want it to show? Since we've already added it there, we should probably have a way to remove them or just make them disappear. So what we could do on the images thingy here, let's think about it. So if not empty mega image, no, the show image here. So if show image is off, for example, it should override everything. So let's see, if not empty meg and let's see, show image. What if it's false? Yeah, this complicates things a little bit. Because true or false, show image, if that's set to true or false, should matter. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? you know what would be the best would be to create something here that just says remove image, a button here that says remove image, and when we set remove image to true, it should fix that problem. So maybe let's do that. Let's go to, instead of having to put so many if statements here, that might be a problem. So what we'll do is, let's go back to the edit section here for a minute. I'm going to go back to main menu, and let's go to the edit controller. Edit controller, right there. So in here, let's put an if statement right before this. Okay, so if empty, now we don't care about these. So we just say if not empty, if this is set to something, all right? So we'll put a checkbox, and in this case, it's going to be called remove image. So let's do this, post data, and say remove images. You can put separate buttons for remove mega image or remove just the image, but for now I think we'll do wholesale. You can just remove both images and then later add the one that you want if you want, but you can put separate two of these for each one of them, but for now I'm just going to put one. So say if not empty, remove images. Then in this particular instance we're going to set these two to be equal to empty. So I'm going to say mega image is equal to empty, like that, and then just normal image will be set to empty as well. That will effectively empty them, and then you can as well unlink the images as well. So let's just say here post data, this part here, if not empty, wait, I don't want to repeat this part. If and fire exists, let's see here, fire exists, not empty. Let me copy this one. You know what, we might as well just put two of them. Okay, let's say remove image. Okay, let me do this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then let me duplicate that. Mega image and mega image, like that. Okay, great. Now if that's true, then let me copy all of this as well. So we will put an or statement here. So I'll do this and put that or statement here, like that. Okay. Let me make sure this is right. Okay, this has to be here. So what I'm trying to do here is that I don't want to repeat this code here. What I'm going to say is if remove images is not empty, which means I want to remove the images, but at the same time it has to check if the file exists, then it should remove that file, delete it. Or it could be that we posted a new image, so we should remove the old one as well, and it exists, we should remove it. Okay, same thing should happen here. Let me paste this here like so and put an or, and then put these two in one bracket. And then let me put mega here, like that. Okay, that should solve the problem. So let's see how this would actually work. Let me go down to the edit.php view, and let's put that there. So wherever there's these images inside the label, I can put something here. Type is checkbox, and the name is going to be remove underscore image, and yes, and then we'll set the value to 1. Okay, so same thing here. Let me copy that. Let's put this down here, but let's change it to mega, like so. Okay, that solves our problem, I think. So let me refresh. Now this is for this grandchild C. We want to make sure the images are removed, so let me refresh. Oopsie daisy. Okay, this is the view record, so let's go to edit, and there it is. Checkboxes, right? But we don't know what they say, so we're going to have to put these inside a div like that, and then close that div here. Same thing here, we'll put this inside a div like that, and then close that div on the end there. That way they will come down to the bottom here. There we go. And then we can finally put some text there. So I'll say remove image from here like this, remove image, and yep, that should work. So let's refresh. Let's leave some spaces here a little bit, like so. Okay, that solves the problem. So here, if I take remove image and let's hit save, it should delete that image, and it's gone, as you can see. And let's look at it from the menu's perspective. That image is gone. Alright guys, so that solves that problem. And finally, the final thing we need to do is put an order key here. Let's see, view here. How to order these items, which one should come first, and the like. But also, there's one more thing I wanted to do here, which I have completely forgotten. Okay, so here there's admin content that's supposed to be here. So let's order these rightly. So I'm going to open this main menu, open folder, and let's go into views. So all these are for the admin. So let me select all of these guys and put them in the admin folder, like that. Okay, great. And then in my plugin.php, now I need to change all references to view. So let me go views / like that. Okay, so this one is correct, but the others are not. So here I will select this, and it should go to the /admin like this, and then / like that. So let's make sure all of that is correct, like so. Okay, that does it. And then finally, now that order by. So if I go to my migration file, there's the list order there set. Now, whenever you add a column inside your migration file, don't forget to add it in the model as well. So let's make sure it's there, and it is. So all that is done, but the best is now to refresh this migration file so that it deletes the old database and then creates a new one. But in our case, we already have data in there, so it would not be advisable to do that, even though you can if you want to. There's nothing wrong with doing that since we are still in development. But what I want to do is just add it directly in PHP My Admin for testing purposes here. So menus, we click there, and this is the structure. We go to the structure here and list order. So I'm gonna click, put that here. It's int. Let's put a default value of. Now here you could put a default value of 0, but it would be better to put a midpoint number like 10 as the default value. That way, if you want to raise one item above all the menus that you've added, you're going to put it as number 9 instead of putting it as -1 if you start with 0. So the default value should probably be 10. So I'll save that. And let's go back to the migration file and put that in there. So is order assigned default is 10, like that. Okay, great. Let me close that. Now that we have files or data already in here, we should set that list order to 10. Oh, it's already set. Okay, that's great. Very good. And then now that we have this, let me close all these files that are not saved. Now that we have this, if I go to my now plugin.php inside the same thing here, when we are reading, this is the part where I want to look for where we read where we're reading the menu items. So for example, this one is getting user roles, right? Get menu with children, right? So here on this one particular thing, there's children here and we're getting them where there's a specific parent. So I want the order here to matter. So what I would do is I'm going to say menu and say order. The order column should change to list order, like that. And it's ordering in descending order, which means it starts with the highest number, but we want to change that as well. So we say order is equal to ascending, like this. Okay, cool. So this will make sure the children are ordered properly. So in the same way, we have to do this for the parents as well. Now, where are we reading the parents from? It's when we are trying to grab the menu items themselves. And where are we doing that from? This is for the admin section. This is for the controllers. This is for admin before section title. And let's see, before menu links. That's the right one. So right on this one, we do exactly the same thing. So let me go here. Okay, so that should do the trick as well. So let me come back here and let's reorder these things. Now I want hi admin to be at the very end. Okay, very end. So what I'll do is set the order number to 11. But instead of doing it directly in my database, let's put that in the edit here. So if I click on edit, let me go to, oh yeah, remember that the hi admin is actually not from the database, but from the basic auth function or basic auth plugin. So let me click the plugin there. And right about here, where we say hi admin, we can put list order. Actually, this doesn't matter at all. It does not matter. Or does it? Maybe it does. So what I would do is, right about here, I'll say list order. Oops. And put this at number 11, like that. Okay. Boom. Now, that didn't change anything because these are added after. Are they? Yes. Hi admin, drop down mega. These guys are added first, and then the ones from the database. So we can't reorder these, but we can try actually if we just set it in such a way that the menu itself before displaying content can actually alter that. So let's try and order things properly. So main menu plugin, and let's go to the view. Where is the view? Front end, right there. So in the front end view here, before we actually display anything, let me come back here. So if not empty links, right, then we'll start looping through them. But before we do that, we can actually order them. So we can do that right here. order the links